It smells like home. I know I'm not alone. Once lost at sea, but still you welcomed me home.
Growing up, I would say that I was a self-proclaimed rebel, actually. Was always up for anything, always up for a good time. I just started getting into the party scene. Going out drinking, binge drinking. I started trying drugs. Partying pretty hard, actually. I just thought that was how I would find happiness, was searching and trying different things like that. And yeah, it kept building and building and building until my body couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore.
If you could see what it's like being me, then you'd understand why sometimes I need you to hold my hand.
My dad drove home and he told me that he pulled up in the driveway and he turned off the car and he just sobbed and cried out to God and just said, God, like, I just want my daughter back. I will give anything and everything I own to get my daughter back. I remember watching TV and I remember watching this news program, I think it was CNN, and they were talking about this Passion of the Christ and all this controversy about it. I was drawn to this controversy and I knew that I wanted to go and see this film. And I remember this vividly. I remember the lights dimmed and I was sitting there in my seat and the music came on that started the film, and I just knew that something was about to change. Like, I knew that I was never going to be the same. I remember I was shaking and I was crying and I was sobbing, and it was just, wow, it just wrenched my heart. I wanted to know more about this Jesus. So I went home that night and went into my room and I got down on my knees and I prayed to God and I talked to Jesus for the first time. I took the bus down to the House of James, which is a Christian bookstore in Abbotsford, and I walked into that place and I talked to the lady and I'm like, where's the Bible section? And she pointed me over and I stood there and I looked through the Bibles for an hour and a half. Actually, the one Bible that I decided on it was called the Jesus Bible, so I knew I had the right book, so I knew he was in it. I flipped to the back and I started reading the New Testament. And I powered through the New Testament in 7 days. It was amazing. It was like I was starved for this knowledge. I just soaked it in. Like, it was, once I started reading, I needed more and more. I knew that I wanted to have this relationship with Jesus. I didn't really know how to do it, so I looked it up on the internet. And I found this website called www.thelife.com. I read it and it really touched my heart, and I prayed a prayer. There was this prayer that kind of led you through it, and that was when I began my relationship with Jesus, when I let him into my heart. Really quickly things started changing with me. My whole attitude, the way that I spoke, suddenly I had this conscience, which was kind of a weird awakening for me because I swore that I never had a conscience ever, and I was very aware of things that I was doing wrong, and my parents definitely took notice, and they were trying to figure out, whoa, what happened with Christina? What's going on with her? I no longer have this emptiness inside of me. I feel whole and I feel complete, and for the first time in my life I feel joy, which I never thought was actually possible to feel. And I feel excited and I feel loved. I'm loved unconditionally, and that I have someone that's going to be there no matter what happens. I'm going to make you